You're a heart-centered professional. You want to grow your impact and your reach so that your work gets out in the world and helps more people. Here's how I have done that. Last year I had over 2 million organic social media views. I'm going to give you 3 strategies. You might want to press save so you can come back to this later on. The first strategy, which most people have difficulty with, is trust building. Now, the reason they have difficulty with trust building is because it requires consistency. What I did was I showed up almost every day, 5 days a week, and made a video. And it might just be something that came to mind, or it might have been more strategic and connected to where I wanted people to go through my pathways. In sales terms, people might call pathways sales funnels. I prefer to call them pathways because it's just allowing people to come in and be guided, and they can hop off that pathway at any point. If you have a look in my profile, you'll see the kind of pathways that I have for people. The second strategy, super important, and I'm even doing it now as I'm recording this video for you, is letting go of perfectionism. The most important thing is that your message gets out there. If absolutely nobody hears your message, how are you going to get your work out in the world? So what I focused on was just creating. Regardless of how good it was, I would just get to the end and go, okay, I've done that video, I'll quickly edit it up, and then I'll put it out in the world. I might have this microphone, but as you can see, I'm not in a professional studio. This is just in my loftus, so it's a loft office that I have, and I haven't done much with lighting or anything like that. It's just as it is. Another thing around perfectionism is that I'm the worst person to decide what a popular video is going to be. So you're not working with an algorithm, you're working with an audience. The audience will let you know what resonates for them. And so when you let go of perfectionism, you actually become more perfect because you're going through this cycle of creating, and over time, your practice of creating content, creating videos or speaking to the camera gets better and better, and people will feel that. Before I tell you the third strategy, just a little call to action here. So if you don't know what a call to action is, it's an encouragement to come into my pathway. So what I have is something called the Levels of Visibility quiz. And so you as a heart-centered professional, you can go through this quiz. It's free, takes 2 to 3 minutes, and you'll see what stage of visibility you're at and what your next steps are. The idea is that you'll get value, move forward, and it also builds trust. The third strategy, and I've been doing it in this video, is that I stopped writing scripts and just started speaking. So for this particular video, all I had was the 3 strategies and what my call to action was. I also had a hook at the beginning, and so a hook is just a phrase at the start which will appeal to the people that you want to serve. So I said it very clearly. You're a heart-centered professional and you want to grow your reach and impact without being salesy or inauthentic. Another strategy that I used, here's a bonus one that I used in this particular video, is that I said, click save so you can come back to this later. The algorithm identifies saves as being very important, meaning that the audience is interested in the video and it's so worthwhile that it's worth saving. So feel free to click save. Feel free to go and have a look at my profile and my pathways. There's also the Levels of Visibility quiz there for you.